All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun said he kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description is in the chat. Click it. You get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. Just go to the home page, family. You will see the playlist of exclusive membership videos, and we got that fire, family. Become a member today. That's right. It's going down this October the 6th. That's right. October the 6th. We're talking about origins of the Uralian monkey creatures from beyond the Caucasus. That's right. 2 p.m. October 6th. Everybody knows SETI leaping on Ticket Leap. Shocking visuals, ancient documentation, classic general presentation, that 3-hour fire presentation lecture. Click the link, begin to think, and be front row and center this October the 6th. That's right. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies. We got the natural men's tonic, extra strength, get you together if you need this, family. It's good for the mind, the body, the spirit, keeping your immune healthy, but most definitely for vigor, vitality. We got the soursop bitters. Of course, you want that. Keep the blood clean, keep the body pure of any intoxicants and anything like that. So make sure you get over there. We got the Black Seed toothpaste. We got the Mizwalk. Man, this is fire right there. Believe that. So get over there and get yours today. Don't let it run out. That's right. Pour the fire alarm. GeneralSeti.com, SETI University. We're talking about over 2,500 videos, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. We're talking about the two raw for YouTube, when Egypt ruled the earth, the global Kushite empire, Olmec voyages of the Nile, the making of the white man, black woman is God, Olmec. We got the alchemy, the occult, holiday holocaust. There's just so much over there. There's not another website on the planet that can compare or compete. Become a member today. Everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never calm. Next up tonight, African avatars, Jedi Knights, and Dragon Warriors. This is an occult classic. You just ain't gonna want to miss it, family. The general swinging a mighty sword. To all the family out there, donate to the general. I thank you. I appreciate you. Any of the family would like to donate, the link is on the screen, in the chat, in the video description. Click it, donate. I thank you ahead of time. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. And so, yeah, man, these Israelis is off the chain. They off the chain, man. They knocking down, they assassinating leaders. All these so-called groups, Hezbollah, Hamas, all over there, in Iran. Yeah, they knocking them down. You see, it's crazy how they assassinate the leaders. And so, would they ever, consider assassinating a European leader the way that, and I'm just saying, anybody they think they could bully, you see, they do that way. But they know good and goddamn well, because, if that's the case, that, leaders could be targeted like that, then that's like saying that, Vladimir Putin. Yeah, Vladimir Putin could be assassinated. That's what but they know damn well that if they would try to do that, that they probably would get nuked. You see what I'm saying? So the people that they can't do that to, they don't attempt, they ain't gonna attempt to really do that to no major nation. You know what I'm saying? That got some firepower that they could, would retaliate, or just a European nation anyway. You see, because if they could get Putin, they probably would have, but they know good and goddamn well that that would be a declaration of war, and so they haven't tried to do that to him, and so to my understanding, this is almost, I don't know if this is against the rules of war where you assassinate heads of state or the way that they doing. They don't care about no goddamn, no rules of war. Ain't no goddamn rules of war. They didn't discarded all rules of war, and so they didn't hit this man because he was they were sending missiles and shit. But if it's a declaration of war and shit, then you're supposed to focus on the army. This is what I thought. I'm not saying, and sometimes you had to go straight for the head. You got to go straight for the head. But if you do that with the, with lesser capable nations and shit, but you don't do that with nations that's capable of striking your ass and really bringing some form of damage to you. You see, they understand, and it's crazy when you think about Syria and all them nations up there, and you got Russia that's in Syria, got bases in Syria. Those are supposed to be allies, and Israel, the Israelis will come in there and bomb Syria with Russia being in there. They don't bomb Russia. They don't bomb. I don't even understand what's really going on. Is they there just so don't nobody take over the land? That's probably strategic, just like Ukraine is strategic to them. And they just do not want nobody to seize the land. And so, okay, they put some military there to keep. But it's funny to me that they understand, because Russia didn't threaten them a couple of times. Like, don't bring your ass back up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit off. You ain't going to keep, bombing up here. You see, but they was actually bombing Syria with Russia being on the land, but they don't bomb Russia. You know why? Because they could strike them. They could hit them harder than they can hit Russia. You see, they would need the help of the United States. So what you doing? You bullying. You can beat up, and so that's why Africa got to learn its lesson real, because you keep engaging, with these Europeans, and you gonna get dead just like these damn Arabs. That's really what's gonna happen. You gonna get dead just like these goddamn Arabs. And I'm gonna say that because you should stay out of the way. You should stay out of the way. You should build your nation up. Stay out of the way. You feel what I'm saying? And worry about your economy, your infrastructure, and if you have any type of trade, you could trade with a nation without becoming an ally. You see, these nations are becoming allies with Russia. They becoming allies with China, and they just using them as pawns in the game. All of them, the United States, China, Russia, they using all these nations to their advantage. They ain't nothing but pawns in the game. You see, you can look at Iran. Iran is funding Hezbollah, funding Hamas, funding the Houthis, down in the Houthis down in Yemen, funding them. But when the Israelis or the United States bomb their ass, Iran don't come to their aid. They sit up here and they be out in the street, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. That's all they gonna do, Allahu Akbar. And you understand what I'm saying? And all this shit, screaming in the street. They don't come and they hit that man that was the head of fucking Hamas, hit their ass right in the heart of Iran, right in the heart of Tehran, the capital of Iran, hit his ass right on their soil. They didn't do a damn thing. You see what I'm saying? They didn't kill this, the head of Hezbollah. They ain't gonna do shit. And so you got to understand that's those are they little proxies in the game. Little proxies in the game. Syria and Russia is supposed to be an ally, and they were sitting on the fucking soil while the Israelis was bombing Syria. And they was there, and they wouldn't even stop them from bombing it. Just very recently, they said something to the Israelis like, we don't want you to bomb up here. You see, we don't want, but all up to that point, they killed it. But we talking about I'm talking about the guy from Hamas, that leader of Hamas. They killed in Tehran, I believe. They killed him in Lebanon. You see, they killed him in Lebanon, but they knew exactly where he was. See, they know exactly where because they got they got the inside scoop. They got the Mossad in their cabinet, right there next to him. They in there. Yeah, they in there with them. So I'm just showing you what they're gonna do for they're gonna use. You understand? Russia gonna use Africa, just like they use Syria and all them other nations, but they ain't coming to your aid. So what you gonna do? You gonna run off at your mouth. And I'm not telling our people not to be bold, but we shouldn't be we should not be pawns in between these Chinamen, these Russian, you stay out of that shit. That shit is ancient tribal wars going on with them Europeans, and you ain't got no business bringing your ass, but because you want to get one off of your back, you gonna go to the other one to get and Russia not gonna make it. I'm just gonna tell motherfuckers like they not gonna make it. So you can sit there and talk. Russia is going down. They going down. They didn't depleted their military. They didn't depleted that. They ain't listen here. They didn't lost, and people don't believe it, but they didn't lost this war. You see, they didn't lost this war. They can't afford to go another year going the way that they're going. They can't afford it. Their economy is destroyed. You feel me? Motherfucker talking about they doing well. Russia is not doing well. Russia is doing bad. Russia is doing bad. That's what's happening. They inside of Russia now. And they want long range missiles so they can take it to their ass even harder than what they doing. You see? You know way that's supposed to be happening with the number 2 nation where you got motherfuckers on your soil. I told y'all, I was telling y'all this shit a year ago. Y'all just didn't want to listen. Y'all talking Russia. Russia done been whooped. Russia done been whooped. You see? And the reason why is the bottom line is they had already been training for this war. Yeah, they done been training for this goddamn war for the last 10 years. They already knew Russia was coming in there. And it shows you that the U.S. got better technology than Russia. They do. Yeah, they do. They got better technology. I'm just saying what it is. Okay, so now what you gonna do? You gonna let Russia send you some few little armaments. They ain't gonna be able to continue lacing you. You see, because they're gonna need that shit for themselves. They gonna need that shit for themselves. They done lost. They talking about how many soldiers that they done on both sides. They done lost a lot of soldiers on both sides in Russia and in Ukraine. Man, they done lost some hundreds of thousands of soldiers. Do y'all understand that? Not tens of thousands. They done lost some hundreds of thousands of soldiers where Russia is trying to go into a draft. They about to start drafting motherfuckers straight up. They about to, and so I was looking at one documentary that was talking about how many people then left Russia just on the strength of they don't want to be drafted into no, so a lot of people then just left. You see, they didn't went to neighboring countries and shit. And so, yeah, they gonna stop motherfuckers from trying to leave and all this, that, and the third. So, for people like, that's taken, in South Africa, that's and people talking about the BRICS and all of that, man, listen here, that shit, you can fall for that shit if you want to. They gonna punish every last one of them motherfuckers over there. Believe that. They gonna punish them because in order for them to really make it work, and people talking this shit about BRICS and shit, you gonna have to win a war to, you understand, ultimately to overthrow the economy or you understand what I'm saying? You gonna have to win some wars to do that. They not gonna let you, this is BRICS and this, that, and they once they see, you know what I'm saying, they gonna get to squeezing the windpipe of, they're going to break their ass down. Each little nation that think they are part of it, they're going to start squeezing the windpipe. And they're the other ones to come to their aid. So just like you see how the Israelis, they jump on their ass and beat them down and whoop them and shit. And Iran ain't came to their aid. So what they're going to do is they're going to take the weak ones and shit. Because if they can't control the oceans, how in the fuck is you going to control global trade? That just don't make no sense to me. So in motherfucker talking about, yeah, but how are you going to continue to, to grow, and how you expect to have a competing economy with the globalists if you can't whoop them? You see, because they control the oceans. You see the goddamn, the ships they putting out there on, can you put a ship out there like that? India, you talking about India and China. And then when people put BRICS up there, I pointed out, you got two arch enemies that just show you how fragile that is right there. You see, that shit could explode in any given time because India is beefing with China. Then you got Saudi Arabia and Iran, arch enemies, and all of this shit is in BRICS. So all it takes is one escalated event between Saudi Arabia and Iran. All it takes is one escalated event between India and goddamn China, and that shit gonna collapse on its own. You say the Ukraine government is kidnapping men off the streets to fight the war. Well, shit, I mean, they doing the same. They didn't do that over here for Vietnam. Yeah, they did that for Vietnam. Yeah. Yeah, they're going for it. Yeah, that's what any country gonna do. China didn't do that. Mao Zedong didn't do that. He didn't do that. Stalin didn't do that. Saddam Hussein didn't do that. All of them did that. Kim Jong-un, he didn't do that. They all do that. They all do that. So yeah. That's how it go. When the nation go to war, if the sovereignty of the nation is at stake, everybody in that motherfucker is going to war. Now, if you got a military and your military is doing well, but at any point in time you get to losing and shit, And what they say, the sovereignty of the nation is at stake. Everybody in that motherfucker going to war. So that's just all it is to it. You see, that's just all it is to it. All right, family. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. We talking. We keeping up with the news, family. Make sure you hit some of them links up for the general. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.